can say I have 10 times more better results than what I even had in the first 6 months. Don't overthink. Just just do it. You won't regret it. If money is a challenge, just go for it and it will come. As long as you decide and you want to do it, it will all work out.
So, Narina, I just want to say, first of all, thank you for taking time out of your day. I know you've got Amelia, I know you're a mum and you're busy. Essentially, what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this to my YouTube channel because there's a lot of people on my YouTube thinking, should I book a call with Joelle? What even does Joelle do? What is thinking into results, right? So I just wanted to ask you some questions and see, what impact thinking into results has had on you because you're actually on your second time of going through thinking into results with me, right?
Yes,
That's
yes.
so cool. Let's start with you. Introduce yourself. Like, what do you do? Where do you live? Etc.
Okay, so my name is Nurmina. I live in Dubai, but I'm originally from Tanzania. I relocated to Dubai 9 months ago. Yes, I'm still very new, haven't completed a year, but it's been amazing. I was working with Microsoft back in Tanzania for about 13 years. And currently I am still with Microsoft, but Microsoft resource at Reddington, Middle East and Africa. That's an IT distributor, and I'm still handling Microsoft at Reddington for UAE and the Gulf countries.
Uh-huh. And I know when you first started with me, you was in Tanzania. Tanzania?
Yeah.
Tanzania. What made you want to move to Dubai?
I had personal issues, so I was going through separation. And at that time, my role at Microsoft had been impacted. And I decided not to continue, but I wanted to do my own business. And then separation happened. So I decided that let me move to Dubai because I got an opportunity just within that period. So it just happened that I think it was God's plan or me thinking into getting that. But I found a job through Microsoft here in Dubai. So I relocated. I wanted to be away. I needed to take my time and space to rebuild life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
beautiful. Okay, so what like in terms of thinking into results, like what were your results like before thinking into results, and what inspired you to, join us?
So I've been somebody who's always thought the results that I've got in my life, whether they've been good or bad, right? Both areas. I mean, when I reflect back, I do see that everything that's happened in my life, I had thought about it at one point and it actually happened. So I'll give you an example. Moving to Dubai. So January last year, I was in Dubai for a work meeting.
Hmm.
And I was driving from the airport to my hotel and I was passing by the Museum of the Future. And I told myself, it would be so nice to live in Dubai.
Yeah.
8 months after, I was in Dubai and I live right opposite the Museum of the Future. Of course, the way it happened was a different thing, but this has happened a lot in my life. And that's why I really believe in the concept of thinking into results. However, the reason I got into thinking into results is because I wanted to have more positive results because my life was a mix of positive, negative things.
Yeah.
And I like being a positive person. I've always believed in the law of attraction. I've always believed in manifesting.
Hmm.
We always manifest everything that happens in our life, whether it's good or bad, like I said. And there was always a mix of all this. So I wanted that shift. And especially because of what I was going through at that point, I felt thinking into results was the best thing that I could have with me, a tool that I could utilize to, change things for myself and move into a more positive mind frame and be able to achieve what I really want in life.
Yeah. Do you remember? I just had a flashback. Do you remember when you were still in Tanzania and you was really scared about if you would get a job in Dubai?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about your biggest wins, but do you remember that one? Would you like to elaborate on that? I remember you reaching out to me like, I want to move, I want to make the move, but what if I don't get a job with the same salary and stuff? Do you remember?
Yeah, yeah. So that was one very big worry that I had because I was deciding to move, and the job confirmation was very important. Whether I get paid the same or more, so that I'm able to really be able to relocate here.
Mhm.
So yeah, it was challenging times, but I remember you told me, just make the decision and, think of what you want and you will have it. And that's the mind frame I went with, that this is what I want. I want to move to Dubai. I
Mhm.
want a job in Dubai so I can settle and start afresh. And the positive thinking of wanting it. And I also at one point also was, like trying to make myself feel that I already have it. So being grateful for it. I believe a lot in gratitude. I practice gratitude for very many years and it's been life-changing for me. So I continued practicing my gratitude during that process and being thankful that I've already moved, I already have a job, and it just worked out. I had my offer letter before I flew out from Tanzania, and uh, and I'd secured a job before I moved.
Yeah.
So it was amazing on how things just worked out. Fear was holding me back, but then letting go of that fear and just accepting and being grateful
Yeah.
became the game changer in this whole process.
So good. And so what happened with the job? I'm sure you started getting paid more, right? Or was it the same?
Yes.
What
No,
was
no, no. It was getting paid more. So it was obviously a better pay than what I was being paid in Tanzania. Again, it was again the shift in mindset, right?
Yeah.
Changing the paradigm really, because if I would have thought of lack and thought of worrying about whether I'm going to get paid more or not, then I would have been stuck in the same place. But we started thinking into results before I landed the job, I
Yeah,
recall.
you were still in
Yeah,
Africa, yeah.
so that really helped with the paradigm shift because everything that the program was teaching me, I
Hmm.
was implementing, and it really helped because obviously the pay was more. I got the offer letter before I landed. I had the job, and everything just perfectly worked out with the timing, having thinking into results in my pocket, and your mentoring helped me because you've always really had this positive energy. You always are glowing even when you come in our coaching calls, right? And
Yeah.
I keep reminding myself, actually this is something I've been doing this whole week. I remind myself of you every morning. I think about you and I said, Joel's always happy and glowing, and I'm going to be happy and glowing. And the
I
past
love it.
3 days, I'll tell you, it's just been different for me. I feel different. I look different. I'm greeting people more. Usually, if I'm in my thoughts, I'll just forget anybody who's around me. But now I consciously look who's around. I walk into a room where I sit and I work from at the office, and I just get in, and everybody's on their laptops. Usually, everybody goes in quietly and sits, and I go like, "Hey, good morning, everyone," and then I walk in, and it just is a very different energy shift that
Yeah.
comes in. So I really appreciate that about you because every time I come on a call with you, those twice a week calls, if I miss one of the days, I feel like I've missed so much because there's this positive energy that
Mhm.
we get from you. I don't know. I think everybody gets it from you. I do at least. And it just does wonders. And I'm telling myself all the time, I'm happy, getting into that mode, and
Yeah.
it just changes all the results.
It's so true, and it's just my thinking, right? And also the process that we go through thinking into results. But also, I want to show gratitude to you as well, because sometimes you come on the calls and you're like, "Can I just say something?" And then you'll be speaking about something on gratitude, and I'm like, "I better write that down." So it's more like I don't ever see myself like I'm above my mentees. I always see it like a co-creation, and my job's not really to teach you anything. It's to show you what you already are and to get rid of those old paradigms, right? But I know you've had some other wins as well. I am sure you won't mind me sharing, but for a long time, you're such a knowledgeable woman. You know a lot about this material, but you just wouldn't get on camera and speak about it. And tell me that win. Share it with the people. What's been going on? What's changed?
Yeah, I started my YouTube channel finally. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. I've
Long
also
time.
been wanting to get into coaching, right? So that was one thing that I wanted to do, mindset and life shift coach.
Mhm.
So that's the journey I began a month ago. I kept procrastinating. Like I said, fear kept coming in,
Mhm.
but you really held me accountable, you and the team. You pushed me, and I finally went on camera. I've recorded my fourth YouTube video already, which I'm going to post very soon, just doing a little bit of editing there.
Mhm.
And I feel very proud because I've always been so conscious of going on camera, even posting anything. Like I prefer posting pictures than posting a video. And that was a big win for me. It gave me confidence, it gave me courage. And I kept telling myself, it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Being a perfectionist was my biggest problem. And
Yeah,
starting to let go of that it's okay. You don't have to be perfect. It can be messy,
yeah,
and just go for it. And you learn and you get better as you keep doing it.
that's
So that
so
was
true.
one of my biggest wins.
And that's lesson seven, right? The terror barrier. And I think people just don't have the awareness of, when you feel that fear, is it's actually a good thing because you're going to step out and do something that you've not done. So that's where that uncomfortable feeling, that foreign vibration comes from, right? And you'll
Yes.
know this by doing stuff like making the decision to move to Dubai and making the decision to post on YouTube. The fear doesn't go. You've just
Yeah.
got to do it whilst you're feeling the fear. Then after a while, once you've done 10, 15, maybe 100 YouTube videos, then the fear goes. But that's one thing that I kept telling you, when I do YouTube, I'm just like, what do I want to speak about? And then I'll speak about it. Like sometimes I even stutter and leave errors in it, but I'm like, look, imperfect action is way better than being perfect. And also
Yeah.
you also got into trading recently. You shared some big like financial wins with the group. Would you like to share them as well?
Yeah, so I've done some investments in trading. Probably won't disclose too much around that, but it's been successful so far. I've been seeing very positive financial results,
Hmm.
and uh, and another thing, I keep getting opportunities on my plate from different places.
Hmm.
So just recently I had a conversation and somebody, it's still in the beginning stages, but I was offered an opportunity where we could partner together. If I refer clients to them, I can get a certain commission on that. So such opportunities are coming. I'm getting opportunities of roles within the organization. Just before our call, I was called by HR. Of course, I need to see the options on whether that role would work out. I was supposed to move back to Tanzania for that role, but
Yeah.
I've told them I can't move. If I can do the role from where I am,
Hmm.
it's fine. But I'm being looked at in the organization as well, that more opportunities are landing. So I think that's really big because the more we think of opportunities and wins, the more they come to us. So the shift in mindset that I've had is the abundant mindset that prosperity is coming. I'm abundant all the time. So anything that I'm doing, I am seeing positive results. So financial positive results in trading, new opportunities coming through. So it's amazing how things just work out when you just do that one shift in your mind, but then
Yeah.
also making the decision. So I think decision is also a very important aspect. As much as the terror barrier is there, yes, we have to get past it, but to get past it, we also have to decide. You have to make a decision. If you want to change your life, we need to make certain decisions. The decision I made at the peak of challenges in my life to come into TIR was a big decision for me because at that time I was moving to Dubai and I needed the funds to settle here, but I still decided that I'm going to go for it, and I went ahead, and I see the results. You've seen me from my lowest to where I am today, and it's just changed my life. So a lot of people want to change their lives, but they don't make the decision to do it.
True.
That's one thing I would tell everyone, that you cannot change your life if you don't decide to take action.
Yeah. And
If it resonates and if it feels right, do
hmm
it.
do it. I agree. And this is what Bob taught me. The only prerequisite to making a decision is, do I want to do it? Do
Yeah.
I want to go on that holiday? Do I want to buy that car? Do I want to invest in that mentor? And most people will go, yeah, I want to, but I've not got the money, or I've not got the time. And Bob always taught anything that you put after but is the circumstance. And what
Yeah.
most people are doing is they're doing the opposite of thinking into results. They're letting their results dictate their thinking, you know? And also we spoke about you're going through TIR again with me, the same program. Like to someone that's not aware, they would be like, why are you doing the same thing for another
Yeah.
6 months again? Could you share why you decided to actually be mentored by me and go through the same process for another 6 months?
So the first 6 months that I went through, of course, they were a game changer for me. They did bring me to where I got to.
Hmm.
However, I was still letting my circumstances, dictate how I went through things. So I had to go through certain healing within to be able to get to a better state within thinking into results. So the reason I came back to it because I know the program works. I know it changed my life. It did a lot for me in the first 6 months, and I just wanted to enhance more on it. I wanted to make the most of your coaching. I saw you evolve in the 6 months that we worked together, and I wanted to make the most of that I can come back in a better mind frame than I was when I started
Hmm.
and be able to achieve bigger and better results. Plus, I also believe having a mastermind is very important. So yes, we can do things alone, but when you have a mastermind group and when you have a coach who's holding you accountable, guiding you, you is there for you to answer your questions, it makes a very big difference than trying to walk the journey on your own. So deciding to come back was really for my own benefit so that I can now, being going through it once, I already know what it is. And now when I watch those videos again, it's a different view, different learning, different experience. And
Yeah.
now I
Good
have,
for you.
I can say I have 10 times more better results than what I even had in the first 6 months. So it's
Hmm.
all worth whatever I've gone through and going through again.
So beautiful. Okay, so I know it was probably easy for you to make a decision to go along for the next 6 months with me and thinking into results because you kind of knew the impact that into results had on you. But before you ever went through thinking into results, when we had that initial call, what was the mind telling you to stop you from investing, and how did you overcome it?
So the only thing that was stopping me was the amount that I had to pay, right? I'm someone who makes decisions very fast. If I feel it, I'll do it. And sometimes I'm told I make rational decisions or I make very quick decisions, but it's just how I am. If I feel it, if I feel it will work, if I feel I need to do it, I will do it. And the only thing that was stopping me was the amount to pay, which we spoke about and we thought about it. We discussed how to go about it, and I just decided. For me, decisions
Love
are
it.
very difficult to make, so it wasn't too difficult actually. I knew I've been following Bob, right, for a long time, so I've read his book. I knew what I was getting into, and I knew I needed that as I started my new journey in life. And it felt like the best and the perfect tool at that moment.
Beautiful. And for the people that are watching this that are deciding to join thinking into results, what would you say to them?
Don't overthink. Just just do it. You won't regret it. Yeah, it's an amazing life-changing journey, and Joel, your energy is always the best. I'll keep saying that. But even the way you've been mentoring us and holding us accountable, you inspire us. You inspire me, right?
You inspire me.
Thank you. But you really do, at how young you are and all that you're achieving, and the way you're mentoring all of us, it's amazing. You've been an amazing coach. I'll just tell everyone, don't overthink it. No. If money is a challenge, just go for it and it will come. As long as you decide and you want to do it, it will
Mhm.
all work out.
Beautiful. I love it. Let's tell them as well. I fly to Dubai on Monday, and
Yeah.
obviously you're in Dubai, so I'm going to meet up with you and take you and your beautiful daughter for some dinner. We've never met in person. It's always been on Zoom, so I'm
Yeah.
super looking forward to it. And also, I just want to say how grateful I am for you. And I know you're getting into the mindset, you know, you do a lot of YouTube videos, you know, helping. Is it just women? Like, do you specialize in helping women or?
I want to work with women, but the videos are for everyone. It's for any whoever it resonates with.
Beautiful. So where can the people on my YouTube find you?
I have my YouTube channel, Nurina Wali. You'll find me on there, and I'm on Instagram as well. So you can look for Nurina Wali and follow me.
Beautiful. If you send me a message after this with the links, I'll put them in the description. And yeah, I know you're a busy lady, but thank you so much for your time. I'm sure this is gonna really help a lot of people. Thank you so much.
Thank you as well, Joel. Really appreciate it and looking forward to meet you next week.
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't